Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Holiday Rep Adventures and I'm here in Playa de las Americas, just across the road from the Hotel Columbus, one of the many apart hotels that I stayed in during my time here as a holiday rep. I was a holiday rep for Airtours Holidays at the very same accommodation and I had a great time there. I'll try and pop up a picture of me in the hotel reception with a holidaymaker, but we are going for a walk now from this area and let's see what we come across. So join me on this walk from the top of Playa de las Americas. Now just behind me there's also the football stadium. I'll try and remember to pop up some footage of me playing football in there with the holiday reps against some of the staff from the local bars during the early 90s. Now I arrived in Playa de las Americas I'll just let that bus go past. Now I arrived in Playa de las Americas in 1992 and I was here just before the start of 1995. So that's when I moved. I did a bit of island hopping and went over to Fuerteventura for a few months and then to Lanzarote. Now if you've not seen the Lanzarote videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, check out the Lanzarote playlist which is there at the moment, and in the meantime let's continue with Playa de las Americas. So we're going to continue down. We're walking across the road from the KN Hotel Columbus. That has changed its name. It used to be the Apart Hotel Columbus when I worked here, and you will actually find that quite a lot of the accommodation has had a rebrand. They've changed their names, they've added some names on, or they might have been taken over by a couple of groups like hotel chains, etc. But just having a look at the Apart Hotel Columbus, I will try and walk in and introduce myself, have a chat with the reception staff, talk about old times if I recognise anyone during my stay here. Across the road we've got Los Taquinastes, which that generally tended to be, when I was working here, long-term lets and private ownership in there. However, they might rent out privately. If you've ever stayed there in the Los Taquinastes, then let me know. There's a small supermarket and kebab fried chicken across in front of me, and we'll continue our walk. We're heading in the direction of the Barranco apartments, and I've never actually been to the Barranco apartments. We didn't have holidaymakers staying there at the Barranco apartments. Coming up to the corner of the Columbus across the road, you've also got the El Dorado, and I've lived in those apartments as well. I was on the 3rd floor. I'll try and point that out at some point. And that used to be a Club 18 to 30 apart hotel. I had some great fun times there with a lot of the Club 18 to 30 holidaymakers, and just below it is the Jersey Cow, which has been around for years. So looking at this section here, now you've got some walkways which I'd always be wary of walking through at night time. It's important to have your wits around you. I have walked these walkways whilst I used to work here, but it's always good to, if you are going to walk in these areas, always go in a group. We've got the Champions League on tonight, and it's Man City against Real Madrid playing here. On the first floor we've got the Balkan and restaurant. I used to go in there regularly. They used to do a bolognese pizza. So we're going to continue with our walk, and have to be careful as you're crossing the road. Remember to look the opposite direction. And there you've got the live music from Patio Kelly's. It's always really busy. There's an Aberdeen steakhouse next door, which I may be tempted in visiting. There's a lot of different restaurants around Playa de las Americas, but I may come back to that one. Also, you've got Sam's Corner just above the Columbus now. That wasn't there when I used to live in the Columbus and rep here, but very, very popular. It does get quite busy, and they have live music as well. So worth checking out if you stay at the Columbus. They've got pool tables. They're showing the football tonight. However, if you want to steer clear of the football, then you've got the Jersey Cow. It's been here for years, and they do live entertainment. They also show some of the soaps as well off memory. So let's just see if they still do that. It tends to be for the older generation, and I'm not too far off that now, you know, but still 21 in my mind. So yeah, they do a cabaret bar. They've got karaoke there if you fancy karaoke, and very good place to come for entertainment if you fancy some live music. And like I said, it's been here for years. So let's have a look on what's happening tonight. So you've got Matty James. He's the host and the compere tonight. They've got karaoke here every night, and the entertainment starts nightly from 9 p.m. They also do the old Jaeger bombs, €6 for that, and they've got quite a lot of entertainment going on as well. So something on pretty much every night of the week. But if you do want to sing song, this is a good place to come. It's a Jersey Cow. We're going to just continue down as I walk past the El Dorado. There is a bazaar here where you can get some souvenirs, beachwear and stuff, your general holiday bits and pieces. And there's a Hyperdino across the road, just underneath the Barranco apartments. Again, let me know if you've stayed in the Barranco apartments. From my understanding, from a memory, I had spoken to some people that had stayed in there, and it can be a bit hit and miss, but I can't really comment on that myself, not having been there. You've also got the Waikiki Sports Bar. Now, that used to be a cocktail bar back in the 90s, and it would be a place that I would go to have a Bailey's on ice and just chill out with some of the reps that I used to work with. So it's completely changed now. It's a sports bar. Again, they've got the football on. They also do food as well, so if you do want a little bit of food, and they've also got live horse racing. So again, for those of you that are coming during the main events for horse racing, then you could always bear this in mind. And they sell Guinness on draft, so worth checking out. Now, just to my right, there's a road leading up. On the right hand side you've got the Las Piramides, shaped like a pyramid, hence the name Las Piramides, and we'll visit that in another video. I've got some stories to tell about that one, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and cram in as many videos as I can here with my memories, with some funny stories of my time in a variety of the different hotels, apartment blocks, etc. But the Las Piramides is just up there on the right hand side. So like I said, make sure you subscribe, follow the channel, tick the bell notification for when I upload new videos, because I've got a funny story at my expense that will be coming to you in another video all about Las Piramides. And here in the corner you've got a variety of excursions that you can take advantage of. A good day out is the Laurel Park in Puerto de la Cruz in the north of the island. It's definitely worth a visit. And you've also got the Siam Park, which has been voted the best water park for a number of years. If you've ever been to Siam Park, I'm sure you'll leave me a comment down below and tell me how enjoyable it was. If you've not been to the Siam Park, then you've been missing out. And around the island there's a lot more things to do. You've got an island tour, so you can visit a number of places. You can go to La Laguna in the north, La Ratava, Ica de los Vinos. You can see the historic tree there in the image. It's an amazing sight, a very, very old tree. If you know how old it is, then leave me a comment down below. And you've also got the number one attraction in my mind is El Teide. And sometimes if you're lucky, it can be covered in snow. I know earlier on this year there was snowfall on the top of the volcano, so depending on what time of year you come, look out for the snow. It's such a surreal feeling standing up there and making a snowball, having a snowball fight with friends and family, and then experiencing the hot weather down back in resort. So a lot of excursions to take advantage of. There's also catamaran tours as well, a lot of boat trips. You can also make your way over to La Gomera if that's an option for you, but definitely worth going. So here we've got the English Rose. They're showing football and it's a Champions League game. So it's currently 1-0 to Man City. So being from Manchester, I've got to support the Manchester teams. It'll be interesting to see. And a number of eateries here. You've got a steakhouse just walking past. You've got the restaurant Hong Kong, worth checking out. And across the road, you've got the Giddy Goose, a number of other shops, some local bazaars, a kebab joint, and then a restaurant which is advertising as a steakhouse. It's a Restaurant Linares 4. It's a steakhouse there too. So quite a lot going on in this area. A number of boutiques, fast food restaurants, and mini markets, excursion places, and a couple of Indian restaurants as well. We've got a casino too, so a lot in this area, so definitely worth coming to visit. We've got the Policía Local. Hola, buenas noches. Buen provecho. I've just greeted him and wished him a good meal. He's just picked up a takeaway there. Always good to be polite to the local police. You definitely don't want to get on the wrong side of them. And again, I've got a story coming up in another video about what happens if you do get on the wrong side of the local police. So again, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and you tick the bell notification so that you're aware of when new videos are uploaded on the channel. So just across the road we've got the mini casino and the Pompeii restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant there. There's an Indian restaurant further up, Spice of India. There's so much choice here in Playa de las Americas. You will really be spoilt for choice. So whatever you fancy eating, I can guarantee you'll find it here. And we're coming down to a junction here where if we turn right, it will take us towards Veronicas and the center of Playa de las Americas. Now, everyone seems to worry about Veronicas being the main hub, especially if you've not been to Playa de las Americas before. The resort of Playa de las Americas is so big that you can have a week or 2 weeks here in the resort and not even encounter not even encounter Veronicas for the nightlife. It really depends what you're after. There's so many bars spread around the resort with live music, entertainment. That particular area tends to attract the younger clientele, those that want to have a night out, listening to the latest music in all the bars and clubs. Then if that's you watching this video, check out Veronicas. Across the road there's also a couple of other bars. We used to do the bar crawl there, and I will cover that in another video, so make sure you tick the bell notification so you don't miss out on those. Coming along here, you've got the Banco Santander, which has been around for a long time. You can do your money withdrawals there, and this direction takes us towards the Golden Mile. There's lots of bars and restaurants along here. There's the H10 Las Palmeras just in the distance on the right hand side, and it's another popular accommodation, so worth checking out. Got PJ's here, which is closed, and then on the left hand side you've got Wakanda, which looks pretty busy. People sitting outside enjoying themselves, having a drink. You've got Mrs. Miyagi's Asian restaurant next to it as well, and the Colon 2, which is an eatery. There's also the apartments behind the Colon apartments. Again, we did use some of the apartments for the holiday makers when they were booking allocated on arrival deals. So I mean, it's not really a big thing nowadays with the allocated on arrival deals, but let me know in the comments down below if you can still book allocated on arrival deals, or if you just prefer to book the named accommodation. Again, I'll cover some more funny stories about the allocated on arrival holidays that we used to deal with. That'll be coming up again in another video. So we've got the selection of shops and eateries here. You've got a walk down to the beach itself, and you can see there the H10 Las Palmeras just behind these shops and restaurant. So again, like I said, a couple of steakhouses serving seafood and pizzas as well. If you fancy an ice cream across the road, there's Amarino, which is advertising premium gelato, so that is quite tempting. And we'll continue our walk along. If you don't really fancy steak, pizza, Indian, Chinese, or other Asian cuisine or Italian cuisine, and you just fancy fish and chips, then coming up very shortly, I would say, is a very popular fish and chips place here in Playa de las Americas. So we're just going to turn around. You can see it's busy now. It's the Palms Chippy. So we'll go around and have a quick look at that. I'll try and get a hold of a menu so you can see what's on offer. And the best thing about the Palms Chippy is you can sit at the Railway Tavern as long as you buy a drink, or you can sit at the Bell next door. So the Palms Fish and Chip Shop, it's covered on either side by bars, and as long as you buy a drink in the Bell or the Railway Tavern, then you can have your fish and chips outside the Palms Chippy. So again, the football is still playing, and we'll make our way around here. You've got a health shop there, pharmacy type place, some gift shops. You can get all the Tenerife memorabilia, worth checking out. And again, you've got the bars here. So just coming up to the entrance of the Las Palmeras. Again, I used to be the holiday rep in there. But we'll try and go in. They've got some security there. They have always had security there at the hotel. You can see the entrance right in front of us. There's a clothes shop there, designer wear, which has been there from as far back as I can remember. And then you've got this small supermarket, again, that's been there too. We'll just continue. Across the road we've got the HD Parque Cristobal. That's an accommodation. Again, we didn't really have holidaymakers for Airtours Holidays in there, but in those days it tended to be private accommodation. It's a really good location, and maybe let me know in the comments down below if you've ever stayed in the HD Parque Cristobal. But here, this has been here for years. It's the Gaelic Corner, a very good place to come for live music. You've also got the Dubliner downstairs, worth checking out both. Always very popular. If you fancy a night out, all you have to remember is if you've had one too many, just be careful going down the stairs to the Dubliner because it's very steep. Again, we'll come back on another time to cover that, but very popular place. We're just coming up to the Patch area. This is known as Patch. Pretty much the cocktail bar there. You've got Los Angeles next door. There's a couple of restaurants in this area, a couple of bars as you go up and down. This complex here was where the Airtours office used to be within, so I'll try and see what that is now in one of the other videos. And then you can walk all the way down to the beachfront itself, which is just at the end of the road there, about not even a 5-minute walk, just a couple of minutes to walk down there. So the Patch is closed tonight, which is surprising, so I'm not sure if that's closed now or it only opens on certain nights. If anyone knows, leave a comment down below. And that is where we're going to end it tonight. We had a little walk down from the Apart Hotel Columbus. I'm just going to pan around. You can see the Las Palmeras there with the Dubliner and the Gaelic Corner. Always really good to go. They've got live music regularly there. It's always very busy, and it's definitely one place to keep in mind when you come to Las Americas. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the walk with me tonight. This is one of many up and coming videos covering Playa de las Americas and further afield. So subscribe to the channel, tick the bell notification so you're updated of more videos when they're uploaded. Leave me a comment down below. It would be great to hear from you, and give me a like as well. It just helps the YouTube algorithm and helps the channel grow. And by growing the channel, it means I can bring you more videos from other destinations where I've worked as a holiday rep for Airtours. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.